Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's fabulous entertainment. First things first, I hope you are joining me in having a box of tissues next to your desk, because I'm going to be beating my cold tonight, as I'm actually a little sick. Hi, people. Hi, Skyrolla, my co-caster. I'm Ro, in case you weren't
Yeah.
introduced to me, Skyrolla.
We have been
We
under
also-
the weather row tonight, unfortunately, but I bet he'll find some energy once this match gets started.
Oh yeah, I just need to scream out the top of my lungs, and the mucus will shoot right out. We've also got Console, our cameraman, who's also sick. Sounds a lot worse than I do, but he doesn't have the right to speak. So we're just gonna give him a pat on the back in chat. Just throw in like a teehee pillow, or what's the one with the tea in the hand?
I have no idea, but it is a lovely Valentine's Day this evening as well. And shout out to everyone who is here for the match and expressing the love. Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, sparks are gonna fly tonight in a lot of different ways. Between Ascent and Mentality, our feature match tonight. It's going to be a 6-1 team. Both teams have won 6 rounds, 6 maps. One team has lost 1, the other's lost 2. Respectively, that would be Ascent with 2 losses and Mentality with only 1 loss, which was, I believe, to Freyotech.
And interesting enough, with this match tonight, playing the exact same map as they did earlier in the season, where Mentality got that 5-1 win. I remember actually, I don't know if I was with you casting that, but we switched over to like the end of it because the other game was over quickly. And I think we caught the winning back cap being Laz just jumping behind on Sunshine and capping Laz to get that 5-1 win for Mentality. So we'll see if it turns out the same way here, or if we have a different outcome in the pin match.
Yeah, speaking of Laz, good time to jump into the rosters. We got Ascent with Laz and Jay Hunpei, who was recently added to the squad. Bot mode swapped to Scout, playing with Slemnish. Yite is now on demo, and Skis the medic. That'll round off your Ascent roster.
Yep, Mentality this time bringing in Bear at the start of the season. For the first match, they had Cookie Jake on medic. I think Bear was on vacation in Colorado or something. The rest of their roster staying relatively the same, though. They have May on demo, Pocket Soldier, Mirror Man, Romer is Speedy, and the Pocket Scout, Patty, Blank Scout, Alpha. A lot of veteran names on both these teams, really.
Yeah. My instincts instantly flock to players like Laz in bot mode and Yite. So my heart's going to Ascent, especially because they used to be a household name, and after the last few seasons, they've always been in like the weirdest parts of Invite, just not really representing a strong team. But this season, they've turned things around, and I like their roster. So I'm looking forward to seeing if Ascent can crack Mentality this time around. See if they've learned from their mistakes.
The ready up's coming in hot and fast here, so hopefully we get started pretty soon. But yeah, I mean, we'll see if Ascent can indeed learn from their mistakes, like you said, and turn the tables in their favor here. No doubt they definitely have tons of just TF2 DM talent on that roster, like top down.
Yeah, the map is Sunshine, like we mentioned, previously fought between these two teams. It's kind of like a bargain-based process, thematically. I mean, it's got all the same layouts. It's got a choke with a ramp. It's got a weird side room with health pack, like, you know, the sewers. It's got an IT that is now opened up in a giant valley. And then it's got a mini spire going on with a very open last with a point in the middle and spawns on either side.
Yeah, and don't forget, plenty of opportunities for off-classing on this map. You can see lots of sniper and spy action, lots of engineer on last. I believe on Sunshine a couple weeks ago we saw someone's sentry gun actually kill them. Who was that? That was Cookie, right? Yeah. So you get to see all the off-class fun on this map too.
Yeah, not as many sniper angles though. Pretty much, because the way this second is set up, is there's a giant fence that, even though it's see-through, it blocks shots. So not quite as many things to work with as a sniper, though there are still some sizable advantages to pulling a sniper while on second, whether you're defending your lighthouse or attacking it. Definitely a lot of options in those regards.
So we got a battle tonight of some of the biggest pocket scouts, some of the most heel-heavy and you know, hard carry-ish pocket scouts in Invite with Patty and Slevnish, the new acquaintance for Ascent. Who do you think is going to get the better of that matchup tonight?
Which are the two scouts again?
Yeah, which pocket scout's
Patty?
going to flex harder tonight, Patty or Slevnish?
Ooh, I gotta give it to Patty. Boy
Much
knows what he's
better.
doing. Frequently, he has the unique position. I mean, Slevnish has been there. He's a pug soldier, but Patty has had the explicit history as a pocket soldier, so he knows what his medic needs. He knows what he wanted his scout to do when he was running those gunboats. But now he's got a different pair of shoes on, and I think that's what makes him a better pocket-minded scout. Slevnish may have grown up in it, but Patty is definitely more rounded in the mentality of a pocket, a heel-heavy class, I should say.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Slumdish probably feeling pretty good. He had a very dominant matchup in his first match back against I believe Hell's Kitchen, and they got the win there. So we'll see if this is going to be his time to flex and remind everyone that he's back. Still waiting on the ready ups here. Who's not ready? Can we tell?
Guarantee it's mentality alpha.
Let's see.
I'm gonna slowly scroll up and see that alpha has. Oh, he is ready up. Dang, I'm wrong. I'm seeing a lot of players on mentality rated up, so I think it's just someone on Ascent, if I am not mistaken. I'm gonna guess it's Jay. Also, Bear just unreadied, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think Jay is readied. No, he has. Man, I'm an idiot. Skis, maybe? Did Skis ready up?
It's fine. I'm sure
Damn,
whoever it is, they will sort themselves out sooner than later.
Yeah, I like how they started half an hour early, only for them to basically line up with an 11 o'clock stream.
It is ESEA TF2. I would say 15 to 20 minutes is the minimum expected buffer from when the match time says. But you never know. Sometimes you get those people starting right on time. Got Boom Wrangler in chat saying that he is the one who told him not to start. He has to go get water. While that is very selfish, I nonetheless understand water is delicious.
Yeah. It's taken all the strength I have to not talk about old Valentine's dates. Of which I only have one.
I think you just started talking about it. Let's hear it.
Nah, it's kind of weird. I was a young boy. I was 15. I didn't know shit about dating. It was pretty awkward.
I did once in high school on Valentine's Day get a girl flowers, and only to have a extremely confused reaction from her. So, you know, not exactly going over the way I was hoping for with that.
I mean, a confused reaction beats walking down a pseudo downtown area where everything is closed because it's in the middle of the afternoon, which is awkward. Hey, we're done. All right.
Ro getting himself out of the conversation here as the ready's coming in hot. Patty was the last one. Now we got some back and forth banter over what color they're gonna pick.
Red or we forfeit. Mentality though, they do get red. Woo! Skis saving the team. Mentality on the canonical best team in Team Fortress 2. The red team is always the winners in the Meet the Video. Little fun fact for you guys out there. And we'll be going to this first mid. Who's to watch for this first mid?
Here we go, match is live. I'm gonna check out Laz on this first mid. So usually making some pretty big roamer plays. He does look to be rolling out through Cafe, spamming some rockets here.
Waiting very patiently while Speedy and Mirrorman quickly dispatch with this awning control. Speedy gets Goomba there, but actually that kind of helps him because that gets enough damage on Skis for Patty to walk in and clean it up. And now he's chasing down Botman, who's also got eyes on the medic, but Baradactyl is unscathed. Laz did manage to get behind during this whole exchange. I don't know if they're aware of it. They must be. Alpha's watching for it, but Laz is now back to full health. He's going to be contesting this point with a little bit of spam of zone. Alpha just eating every single rocket. Can no longer finish the cap. Oh, he does finish the cap, though, in time. So Laz Not going to be able to stop that in time. Mentality take the second really quick and with a full Uber ad to boot.
And now cleaning up Laz. Alpha looking a little uncomfortable there, bumping into the shed while walking backwards, but he gets out unscathed, which is all you can ask for. Here's Mentality with their Uber. Coming through lower. Which way are they going to go here?
They're getting healed on the echelon. Taking the heal straight to the right. Patty takes the first Uber. Walks in. May going to be cleaning up that with the demo spam, trying to lock out this spawn. Dies really quickly, but the cap time is finally going underway. And they managed to pull it off just before the soldier can get to the point, before the heavy can hop with his little legs. And that's going to be a 1-0 for Mentality. Pretty expected if you can get the med at the very start of the round.
Yeah, very quick round there. Slumnish on the poot, just not making it to the point in time. And let's see if Ascent can get a little bit more space on this mid. I'm gonna watch Yite and see what he's doing.
Again, they're a little bit faster and getting an early sticky onto May coming out this valley. A lot of damage too. Jay actually could be in a good position to go for a bomb. He does lead and land some rockets onto May with a little bit of help from Laz. They're going to take that down, keep a lock on this valley entrance. And now here's Speedy with the high bomb over the Tetris, going to land right onto Skis, but can't follow it up with a second rocket. But Alpha's making his way forward. Can anyone do it? Nice juggle to keep him in the air. He will take down Yite before going down, but at least he didn't take down the 20 HP Skis. Nice juggling efforts by the soldiers of Ascent, holding on to this quick retaliation round. Even Ubers on both sides.
Yeah, and you're going to expect them to try and ride their momentum right in. No hesitation here. Skis. They're going to actually wait to cap second, but I'm sure once they get their players here and get buffed up, they will be going right away.
See how it unfolds. Taking a little bit of scout speed to get onto this bats quickly. Getting the players buffed up. Peeking some of these entrances, these doorways. Seeing things. Calling things out. Ascent taking a very cautious look, it seems.
Yep, I actually, for some reason, had thought the Mentality medic had died on that mid, but yeah, even Uber, so they're going to take their time here and work a picker.
Yeah, Bobo tried rushing in.
Sort of nefarious plan for getting this last point.
Yeah. Really good flank from Speedy, who's managed to get so much ground. Gonna get 2-3 rockets onto Skis before finally taking any damage. That's gonna be a good force. They're gonna be sending in, looks like Slemish. No, he decides to back away, not gonna go for the attempt. Just gonna have to play defense with the rest of the squad. And bot mode came up sniper after that force came through. So this is really, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but we'll see how it plays out while Mentality gets ready for this push into second.
And how about the cojones on Bear there not to use Uber? He was down to 22 and there was a rocket heading his direction, and he said, you know what, it's not gonna hit me, I'm not popping.
Oh, but the spam was so strong. Mentality though gonna get a lot of damage. Surf it forward. Speedy though not gonna survive, not gonna get flashed as he reaches the choke. So now the cap is finally going underway for Mentality. The bomb comes into the point. It's Ye Huanpui. I can't do that name. Jay jumps to the point to try and throw some players off. Doesn't work out. They finally get the cap, but now he's coming back from the shutter. Jumping onto Bear, knocks him into the air. Gonna be going for a second jump instead of an air shot, but it's gonna throw some extra damage. Low on HP, waiting for an arrow from Skis for his life. Thankfully makes it to the pack in time to survive. Bot mode now trying to take some more shots while this battle is going on in the patio. Mirrorman gonna take out Slimish, and the Uber gets forced off from Skis. And a lot of rockets flying at the airborne May. Alpha rushing to this point here, trying to get a little bit of ground here, maybe get onto Skis. While the rest of the team contest this point, they really want to make it happen here. Laz going down as well. A lot of picks going in favor of Mentality as Slemnish is only just now respawned. They're going to be backing up to mid, and second is still in control of Mentality, so they're going to be rushing in through this cafe.
And no hesitation here coming through cafe. See if they can get Jay off the podium. They do. That's got the space they need. They're coming right into mid, but they do lose Speedy. Trade back with Slemnish, and it looks like Ascent gonna just give this one up here. Gotta question the way that fight kind of went for both sides, but eventually Mentality getting the better of it. Neither team really seemed to be completely coordinated, and bot mode went sniper there and got killed immediately.
Jay with a nice bomb from the high side of things over that fence, blocking the valley. Gonna get some damage onto Bear, who's gonna just pop it preemptively, try and get ahead of that. Now the Uber is in the hands of Ascent, and they're getting ready to push through this bats. They're going to rush the scouts, both clearing off Mirrorman quickly. They're going to have to start the cap here and focus on it. Mentality have a 20 ad to work with following this, and Skis took a pipe there. They might call it out for it. Let's push. Their med's kind of hiding and scared. Alpha playing the point here, trying to juke around this other scout. Slemnish, who's making his way back, going to get some shots off while the spam is coming out from Yite, pushing into this choke. Really good area denial by the demo man to make sure Mentality couldn't keep pushing off of that spam advantage. And it looks like they're going to come into mid. Very good pick onto May as Slemnish just goes straight in. And bot mode also going to be following up. But a lot of frags from Mentality going to deny both soldiers. And they're going to lose bot mode as well. Skis picks up the frag onto Alpha though. So a lot of exchanges. It's basically a demo scout versus a scout soldier. We'll see how this pans out on this mid.
And if you're Ascent here, you need to just leave. It's a 3v3 fight, but those respawns so much closer for Mentality. You cannot take mid without actually capping the point. And good job by Slemnish there at the end of that fight. He picked up some fat meat shots around the point and under the point area. And really, Ascent's soldiers, Jay and Laz, both dying very early in that fight. They were sort of lucky to not get into even a worse situation there. But
things have evened out.
Yep, both sides with Uber now, things evening out. We do have a spy Alpha here. Disguised as a friendly sniper, he went through Valley, got spotted, and now is cloaking through Valley.
Very good play. This is gonna orchestrate, this is gonna corral Ascent to play around a sniper, quote unquote. They're not gonna see it, so maybe they'll have second guesses, but if they're assuming it's still a sniper, here comes Mirror Man, gonna get some good damage. This was incredible. This boy had air for feet, and he was just flying over that choke, but was unable to get any more than a rocket off on Skis. So now Alpha might be going for a backhand play instead of a stab, and now Slemnish going down as they peek forward, and Laz bombing straight to Bear, gonna get a nice surf away to the choke.
Alpha had a wide open backstab and he got him with a butter knife swipe. I don't know if that was like a hit reg thing or just Alpha whiffing, but oh, that did not look good. That looked like a whiff, but I mean, you never know with TF2.
Definitely good timing to go for it, especially when Laz is like, okay, we're going for the thing, we're getting attacked, I'm on their med. Those kind of comms can clutter it, so very bad luck. Oh, poor Jay. Can he get the arrow? He does get arrowed by Skis. Gonna survive that one. Very nicely done.
Play there. That was a fantastic arrow and really a good bomb. Here we go, resetting again. We do have a sniper from Alpha now too. He's switching to the off classes here again.
Yeah, he really likes playing these crack shots where he's just playing around the corner very carefully. Ascent though back to defense mode. They have called out the sniper this time around. Laz going to be spamming it, hearing the shots. Alpha taking a lot of rockets there. And Mirror Man tried to initiate while their sniper was peeking forward, but it didn't work out. And now he's gone down once again. So now it's Ascent's opportunity to push forward. They're going to get a little bit of damage onto Speedy here, clearing out the cafe. They really want to commit to this now. There's no going back. Point of no return. Good damage onto Bear, who's going to get not forced off. Uber exchange comes out, but Alpha will go down. No sniper to work with at the end of this exchange. And Ascent have taken a lot of room here. Now got their soldier on top of the bell tower. He's going to be jumping over to Speedy, who can't survive. Slim is going to take that down and push forward into this Tetris. Great sticky spam coming out from Yite. And he jumps into May at the choke, hits him with a nice Iron Bomber. No demo men to defend with. Mentality are on their heels, desperate to get out, while Yite is also keeping up the pressure with a forward spawn camp.
Yeah, for Mentality, this needs to be a retreat to last. Is total disaster on mid for them there between losing Mirror Men and then Alpha not being in the best position, and really their whole team getting clustered around the bell tower. The Uber from Ascent was fat, and now they have a shot to push last.
But it is even Ubers, so we'll see how they want to approach this. If they get a pick, if they decide to go straight off the cusp, or maybe go for a sack. Things are looking really good for the defense, though, because they have a sentry on the right, and Slemnish overextends for it. Gonna get taken out here just after Laz shoots down the gun.
Yep, Patty sentry, perfect line of sight over that right doorway. Slemnish peeked in and went down real fast. There's the counter bomb from Mirror Man right on Skis' head. Oh, there's a fat rocket. Skis 34 health. Great job not using. You'll notice those good medics, their eyes are always on the threat, right? They always see it coming. Skis knowing that he was going to live through that. Great job.
Especially that surf, because if that surf did not go exactly the way it was, there was a chance for another rocket to land. And now we're seeing a lot of pressure from the soldiers of Ascent trying to peek this, but Speedy doing a good job of juggling them. The sentry once again in lower, going to quickly go down. I think Patty's going to have to try a new angle, but no, he's committing to it. Really wants to build it there. Jay, really fast with the rocket's going to get a really good rocket onto Bear, who was very shaken by the airborne medic. Yeah, airborne soldier.
What a bomb that was. I mean, line drive bomb right onto Bear's face. I don't know if he had to use, but I can't blame him for doing it there, especially because of how fast Jay came in there. I don't think Bear actually saw him coming.
He did see him. It was when he went airborne. It was when he got juggled by the, I think it was Speedy who was playing next to Bear. Speedy launched him into the air, and then Bear kind of lost sight of him, so he's like, oh, I don't know if he's going to get another rocket off.
Yeah,
Let me just pop to be safe. So that's what cost him. And now Ascent have this Uber coming in straight through main. Going to take down this quick sentry gun, getting a little bit of cap time here. May is still throwing some stickies to hold it back. Slim just takes a big sticky trap there, but it's now getting pressured here. Not going to survive for long. Botmo pistoling him down, and there's going to be the cap. Very solid push.
And we've got a 1-1 game. Yep, a full Uber ad there and a nice push. Jay actually came in for round 2 onto Bear and got him again, or at least did the majority of the damage. I don't know if he picked up the frag. As he came from the top once more while the rest of his team pushed left. Here we go, another mid. I'm going to check out Patty this time.
Patty just clearing his way onto the shack, calling things out for his team. Miro Man gonna get arrowed just as he gets pressured by bot mode, and Speedy getting 2 quick rockets to take down Skis at the choke. No medic to defend with. Patty now backing up with the rest of his squad. Ascent are gonna get this mid, but they don't get the medic. And that's gonna be definitely turning things around, as Mentality need to carry that momentum. But Ascent is also getting a lot of pressure into the second here. Not gonna commit to it though.
Yeah, good positioning from Bear though. He's got the shutter to run behind if Ascent decided to actually come throw soldiers at the scouts. So no real threat there, and they will have the full Uber out here. Presumably they will be marching into mid pretty soon. Let's see, looks like they're going cafe.
Yeah,
It's interesting if there's anyone watching it. They do have Laz on the upper doorway here.
Yeah, they weren't clearing for it, and there it is. Gonna be the first shot onto Bear and Speedy. Speedy kind of low, so he's having to milk all of this Uber as he pushes forward. Last finally goes down, and that was not what they wanted. Ascent are now getting in position inside this valley. Mirrorman tries to wrap around, get a little bit of damage off, but it doesn't work out. They were ready for it, playing like a unit around their medic, and now they've got a one-man advantage with full Uber just now getting ready. Let's see how Mentality defends.
Yeah, Mentality didn't lose anyone there. That's the important thing. Here comes Ascent through Cafe. Mentality, no spam except for Speedy on top. They might not need to use. Nah, they do get forced here.
And Jay very low on health as they desperately rush forward. Gonna pick up bot mode. Actually, bot mode's got a drop from Ascent. Mentality gonna get a good turn of events here as Jay jumps forward quickly down. Laz with a follow-up, getting around the choke. Does manage to pick off Mirror Man before going down with a little bit of help from Skis apparently. Probably an arrow. And they get the cap off, Ascent does, but Mentality also losing a couple numbers. Can't quite contest this point, but they want to commit to it. They had the Uber, so they need to work it. And let's see how it works out. They do see Botman underneath, trying to call that out. May gets blindsided by Slemnish, who's now working his way all around this point.
No one
captured
sees him.
mid still.
He's gonna sneak out through the valley there. He had just, yeah, 2-shot May, finished him off, and yeah, gets out also.
Yeah, here comes Ascent trying to stop this cap, but Mentality are still going to get it off just in time. But Ascent still has the Uber, so they are going to be working with that in just a moment.
No forward spawns though. I wonder
yeah.
if Mentality caught that. It looks like their players aren't really in a position to push yet anyway, so they're going to slow down here.
They just need to delay for like 8 seconds and they can get this Uber in time for mid. We'll see how it comes. They do get the call out. Mirrorman's going to call it. Coming in, Yite jumps in, does not get flashed though, going to be taking a little bit of damage, finally gets a little bit of Uber there. They take down Mirrorman and Alpha, so Mentality is going to be 2-man short. And here comes the high bomb from Laz, who's managed to make quite a lot of room for the rest of Ascent as they clear through Patty and May, finishing up this cap on mid, but Speedy has to be quick. Speedy, please! Oh, missed it by nipple hairs. Oh.
That's a big deal too. This could turn into an entire round now. They're going to clean up Speedy after the fact. Only 2 up for Mentality. Ascent already on the point. The
Alpha, he's doing as best as he can. Ascent still flooding this point. Bear tries to get onto it, but flicks off it at just a moment. And that'll be the capture for Ascent, who are quickly turning things back around for them. 2-1 after losing the first round.
And that's wild. So far I've had a knack for picking people that do not having the best mid fights. I'm gonna watch Slonish this time.
Oh man, Slonish is gonna get a 5K. I can feel it in my bones. We'll see what he does. He's got the pistol out, throwing some shots. We're trying to see if anyone from Ascent can initiate, so Slonish can just walk forward. He does wrap around. Eyes onto May. Gonna chip away at that for a little bit. Once again, playing around his team, trying to find the opportunity to get onto May. Very low health. He's waiting for an arrow. Follow-up off from Jay's going to get that cleanup. Very good job, but still, Mirrorman also throwing a lot of damage and a little bit of help from all the other players. Mentality has Alpha and Patty rushing into Slemnish, into Skis. Another one onto bot mode. Can it work? No. Ascent is wiped by the scouts following up on that great damage.
That was a great mid from Slumnish, though. He did a great job not taking early damage and then really laid it to May. Patty, though, coming in at the end of that fight, just delivering the meat, picking up 2 huge frags, and winning that mid for Mentality. And once again, it's going to be a full Uber ad. We have a sentry and a sniper here for Ascent. But they're going to have to be careful with where they hold here.
Yeah, this bot mode sniper is honestly going to be the play, because they know if they have an Uber, they're going to either him lower main or left. We'll see how it works out. The heals are going left. Can he get the shot off? No, instantly popping. Not going to worry about any traps whatsoever. Not going to take a shot as the rest of the players follow in after the Uber. Going to swap Slemnish over onto the heavy. He's walking to the point while Yite is doing some great damage, trying to catch out Patty here, who's not getting dealt with. Alpha does go down. The bomb is onto the point. Mirrorman trying to spam these corners. Really good damage onto Slemnish. He does go down. Gets juggled back out. It's still Mirrorman walking around this little spire. Not going to work out for them, though. And Bear all alone as bot mode pushed forward. Going to get that frag very late. This is going to be a very good turning point for Ascent as they have full Uber. And Bear is not going to be spawning for another 9 seconds. Maybe even a spawn reset if this cap goes off. No, still 5 seconds. But they're going to be going into mid with no heals to worry about.
And they're not going to wait at all here as Ascent marching straight through the valley. Mirrorman a little bit low on health, going to have to back up very low now into Cafe. The high bomb from Jay onto the bell tower, going to knock Speedy around as well. Not great positioning, but the trap from May gets a pick actually onto bot mode. And Ascent does get the Uber forced out, but they're going to take the point.
Another key thing there was Yite was able to dispatch with Mirrorman in the 1v1 in the valley. They're not going to be working forward here. Jay trying to clear a way in through the cafe with a little help from Yite. Laz also calling things out from the choke, going to try and pull some heads, maybe get their attention so he can go for the bomb. He does manage to throw off a couple rockets while the rest of Ascent floods through, picking off Speedy. And with Laz still getting a lot of damage underneath, going to try and grab Alpha, but he survives. He's going to be rushing around this lighthouse and straight onto Skis, who was completely unguarded. And he's going to get some extra damage onto Slemnish, who's down to 15 HP. Very good damage all around, but May is the only player alive in that entire fight. But at least getting the medic there means that there's a chance, because May can definitely pull a defense. At least hold off for 1 more second. The respawn is up. Can they get to the point in time? Times 3 on the point. They're going to try and juggle it. Jay doing some good damage onto Bear, who's going to surf into the spawn and reset. But there is bot mode onto the point. 2 shot by Patty. No way could that have gone even better for Mentality. They've got all these picks to work with, and now they're working into second.
I was actually worried there when I saw May rotate through spawn. I thought, oh god, if they got on the point here. But he just made it out on the other side and was able to deliver some huge damage while Ascent was trying to sneak the point in. But here they come through the choke to contest.
Yeah, and Laz deep in.
Up, yeah.
Completely denied at the battlements. Not going to get any more damage off of that. Jay waiting for an arrow before he initiates onto this patio. Good damage, though. 2 rockets takes down Mirrorman before bot mode. And oh, man, all these players are getting cleaned up here by a great bomb from Speedy, who's going to get the last pick. 3 kills and all the damage set up so Alpha can clean up with him. Very, very good for Mentality to turn things back around. They are going to carry this momentum forward. I can feel it. They've got the Uber. They've got Laz to worry about, and he's just sitting over here on the forward spawn with bot mode on Sniper. This could be interesting.
Let's see, is he going to get any actual good shots? He's going for the angle back towards the shutter, so he's going to peek here and look at the point. Nah, Mirrorman catching him out as he does it. He's gonna back spawn. And it's like Mentality set up to try and even the score here. You have about 70% ad.
Definitely enough to work with. I don't see how they could fail this other than just losing it outright. Uber comes in straight to the right, clears out the gun. Jay jumps in, killed by Speedy. Laz also disconnected from the point. Alpha going to survive his damage, waiting desperately for an arrow. He's going to wrap around to the left side, try and get some pressure onto these players so the rest of his team can cap. The time is good, but Bombo's rushed over. He's trying to wrap around this as best he can. He's doing such a good job of weaving left and right, but no, he does not survive. Alpha's got the sword, and it's a 2-2 game. Back and forth on this Sunshine.
And a good try from Ascent to try and hold that. I liked what I saw, especially out of Jay there going for that bomb top left after the Uber went through. Sometimes you gotta gamble when you're giving up that Uber ad and pick out a frag or two. Not able to there, though. Here we go, the next mid.
Mirrorman very fast, but gonna get killed for his efforts because he wasn't really in a good position. Thankfully, though, Patty gets a quick frag onto Slumnish, and there's still a lot of action going on. This is not a passive mid by any means, and it looks like if May can get a little bit of extra damage, especially on Jay, who's very low on health on top of this bell tower, but Laz initiates, gonna push Mentality all the way out. That's gonna be the end of this mid. Ascent quickly doing the better work of these scrappy exchanges over in front of the cafe, and now are getting in position for this push into second. We'll see what they opt to do it, and as they work into the cafe, actually.
Yeah, and Mirrorman just, I don't know if he meant to land there, but he landed right in front of a scout and wasn't even looking at him, so still getting exploded. Here's Jay getting annihilated as he tries to jump through the choke area, but the follow-up bomb gets the force onto Bear, as Laz got a nice deep bomb there. Let's see if Ascent holding close with the Uber. They want to exchange close on many people. Let's see if they can get it.
Really good attempt. Speedy still behind as well. On top of this bell tower, gonna get the force off from Skis. Not gonna make. He does make the escape actually from lower lobby, and now Ascent is desperate to try and carry this through the choke. Bot mode's rushing to the patio, getting some time on the point here. Gonna wrap around. Baradactyl is not really being helped, and bot mode actually goes onto Speedy, takes him down before Slum just gets taken out. Patty also getting juggled here. Mentality not in the best position as bot mode is going to be rushing into May, who's not quite going to survive, or is going to survive, excuse me. But Jay and Laz both fall into the hands of Mentality. They got their hand on this, but no, Bear disconnected long enough for Bob to get the frag. And there's Mentality crumbling. If they can, at best, they do finally manage to pick up what they need to. Yite, very low on health, finally going to get taken down here. I could not tell who was doing what. There were so many frags on both sides. And with both medics going down, it looks like it's going to be even Ubers, and Mentality starting the cap on second.
Slumnish behind Mirrorman in Valley going to get that kill, but afterward does get cleaned up, and actually Patty getting Jay as well.
Oh, so low, does manage to survive, and Speedy also will land there. May apparently got the sticky trap onto Laz.
Or no, died to the trap? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, the trap hit him, and then he cratered.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. Wow, that's a lot more picks than they were probably hoping for here. Mentality low on health, but they want to come in.
Good damage.
Yeah.
Good damage at the choke is actually going to knock Bear down to 20 HP as he backs out. And now Ascent are desperate to rush through this choke, try and get some clear ways to this mid cap. No one from behind, and good bombs from Jay going to clear this out. Mentality now setting up for a second on defense. They do get the forward spawn, so we'll see how this pans out. It's relatively even on both sides, but Mentality might decide they have the Uber. No, they have Alpha on Sniper in the forward spawn. This is going to be a very passive second.
Alpha bringing back out the Sniper here for Ascent. Taking their time, feeling out Cafe. Looks like getting everyone healed up. But really, Ascent not looking so coordinated in the last few pushes. We'll see if it gets a little bit better here as this match goes on.
Ooh. Slumnish clearing out the traps. Laz trying to go for a quick bomb, lands in the face of May, does a good amount of damage, but not going to be enough to clear it off. Fully healed Demo, definitely going to survive that. Follow-up counter comes from Mirrorman, doesn't make it very far through the choke, it seems, and Bamo quickly deals with that. Alpha has swapped back to Scout, if I'm not mistaken. Jay going to be rushing in with a little bit of pressure from Valley. They know they have the 5v5. They're going to try and see if they can get the better exchange, but Jay going down there, not going to work out. And Bob Mode also getting sent over, not going to last. It's going to be a very good opportunity for Mentality to push in. They're going to drop Patty. And now the force comes out. Maybe pick up Laz, that's going to be good for them at least, but the Uber is much better in the hands of Ascent, and they don't even get the force. That's the worst of it. Speedy trying to get the last little buff before he can jump in, get some good damage on the Yite. Follow up from Alpha is actually going to clean that up. That's good, but now they have to commit to it and not have to worry about the forced Uber from Ascent. Now it's Jay jumping forward. It didn't get forced yet, but nah, they didn't get the force, and now they have to back up.
Maybe just a smidgen late to realize what they wanted to do. Now dropping players too. Slumnish going lower, and Ski's looking to go Shutter. Got a 1v1 here with Alpha and Slumnish. And Alpha eventually cleaned up by Jay. And this is turning into just a brawl in Yard.
And that Uber did not work out for them, so now Mentality has a good, sizable advantage to work with here. And a lot of damage is going to catch out Slumnish here. Yite tries to come in from the other side of the fence. He's going to have to back off here. Very careful. Try to throw some sticky traps. Not gonna be able to catch anything though. Gets arrowed up to survive Speedy's bomb, who will get taken down by bot mode, who's still playing that defense around this point. Soldiers are trying to initiate, but it's not gonna work out for them. Mirrorman's gonna have to back off as well, and May is not really in the best position to open up. It's gonna be Jay jumping to the point, getting a lot of damage at the choke, gonna get some force from the medic Baradactyl, who's now making his way over to the cap. Big Uber advantage now in the hand of Ascent. Let's see how they use it from the valley.
That's a really good bomb by Jay. So much damage and the force. And Ascent, a good job, no one else dying or being at risk of dying even. They immediately got out, and now they have an Uber ad that they're going to come through Cafe with. Mirrorman caught out of position, not able to actually get a force at all. The Skis just walks into mid here.
Big bomb from High. High and mighty Mirrorman going to get some good damage on the Skis, who does not sway. He will hold on to that Uber, and now Ascent going to get this cap off. Mirrorman's not going to have the forward spawns. Let's see if this Uber can get away as they clear out through Cafe. Clearing out the traps, nothing to worry about. Trying to work forward. Speedy jumps straight into the medic. Going to get one good rocket off, and that's going to be enough. Speedy not going to survive that. Pistol out of the sky, but Alpha is also behind. They called for it. He's wrapping through the choke. Skis. Oh no, he's at Cafe. My my see-through outline was making me think he was closer than he actually was. And now the Uber's ready for mentality. They're going to try and contest this point, but the cap will go off. Oh no, not even there. Finally, Jay, no!
No, it's not happening. Yeah.
Oh.
Here's a notice. You don't have time to cap, and Alpha is going to pick up the kills on Skis as he came through Cafe around choke and just got some free shots off. So this was looking real good for Ascent. Quickly turning the other direction here. Mentality probably going to march into mid. Ascent ready to sack in every direction though. And
They could have finished that cap.
Speedy, yeah.
So close to being finished, and now they're just throwing players into the fray. Baradactyl also going to grab a frag onto Slemnish here. It's looking very desperate now. Big ad, 40% to work with here. Clearing out through the Cafe. It's just Yai trying to throw some traps from the choke. Not going to connect onto anything there. The respawns are all going to be up though for Ascent. Every single player now in the forward, but big advantage. We'll see how Mentality uses it.
Yeah, big ad, and they're just going to wait for all their players here and take it wherever they feel like it. Great job by Patty on that pocket scout roll, making sure nothing got to his medic friend Bear. And looks like they're coming Valley here, and Uber is off.
Yeah, the Uber is rushing in through this lobby, trying to catch out Yite, who will not survive that. Good little mini air shot from Speedy. Laz also getting pistol down here, gonna survive because he's got enough health. Gonna juggle his way out of the danger zone. But all these other players from Ascent are falling to pieces, and Skis is very close to getting Zuber. If they're not careful, this could be the end of it. 95%, good damage off. Force gets in just in time. Very good stuff. Patty very low on health now, gonna get dispatched with very quickly. Carefully aiming his rocket. It's just Bear alive with May backing up. He's gonna try and throw some desperate stickies here and there, but Ascent needs to start working out their way forward because that respawn is gonna be quick for Mentality, and they are not gonna be trifled with.
Good back and forth round here, and man, you just see Ascent. When their backs are to the wall, they sometimes can pull out with some amazing DM and really just huge damage coming in when Mentality tried to push there. Despite the numbers advantage at the start of that fight, they just weren't able to get anything.
Uber's getting built up from Bear. 30 ad to work with. How's this going to pan out? What's going to happen here, Skyrolla?
Well, 30 ads not too much for this point, but I think if you go in with a plan of where you want to bomb, you can do it. And they're doing just that. They're coming through the valley here, taking it lower.
But Skis is nowhere to be found. That's desperate bomb coming out.
Actually,
And it looks like, yeah, that sentry going to catch a little bit of people's attention, call him off. They're going to try and keep pushing it though. Ski's going to have it in time for sure, and with a heavy, I imagine there must not be that much time left on the point for them to have gone for as quick of a play as they did, because now it's looking like not much else is going on here. Mentality now getting ready for a second push. They're going to try and wrap in through this dumpster of a choke, and that is going to be the end of the time. Nothing doing there. Very good hold from Ascent.
And good situational awareness there by Ro, realizing it must be the end of the half, because with not the second point not even capped, Mentality had brought out the big heavy and sentry gun. So that does explain it. But really, a tight half, 2-2.
Skyrolla, I've spent so much of my life in the working force keeping track of time that I have a biological clock. However, that was not the case this time. It was the way they were behaving. It just felt like it was getting low.
Yes, not your
Not my
experience
biological
with
clock
clocks.
this time. I used to be really good at it, but it's deteriorated recently.
Well, the ready ups are coming in pretty fast, so let's glance over what stats we can get a look at.
Thankfully, no spoilers of the second half from a quick first round. Had that happened before. It was a bit embarrassing.
No, that would be a little disappointing.
It was like 4-1 on the scoreboard, and we were like, what?
And kind of as we expected, the flexing pocket scouts, both Patty and Slemnish, 30 frags apiece in that first half. That's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely living up to their namesake. And damage overall, though, still dominant from the demo man. Both of them just barely reaching that 9,000 damage mark. Definitely a good number to work with. And Speedy also putting out some good numbers, it seems. He's really been doing a good job of bombing at very opportune times. Meanwhile, his counterparts, Laz and Jay, not really stepping up to the plate in the damage or the frag department. I'm really impressed with Speedy's numbers here.
Yeah, and with Ascent, you get the feeling that if they could just get the timing right with their plays, with their pushes, with their players, they could be doing so much better. Like, man, they have such great DMs sometimes, but they just kind of trickle in one at a time when they're trying to get the job done. It's not what you want, but they're still 2-2 and hanging in there and doing just fine so far. And really a perfect chance to win this match.
Yeah, I also want to give some attention to Yite, who has the least amount of deaths currently in the server, not counting medics, of course. In fact, Baradactyl with 6 deaths versus Skis' 9. You think that disparity would be a lot more crucial, much more of a turning point or a talking point for this stats, but
yeah,
I'm really impressed.
Were when they were like winning fights out of pushing last anyway, so.
Yeah, that would probably explain it for sure. Much closer if you look at it that way for sure. But Yite doing a good job of 18 and 12, keeping up the 300 DPM as well. Definitely a number you want to see as a demo man.
And on a new class, right? He taking over for Campy there. With
I mean, it's Yite we're talking about. Is it really a new class?
Obviously, very experienced on all the classes, and demo particularly, but it's still switching classes from last week. It's something different. All right, so who is the culprit that is delaying this half from starting? Let's see.
Guarantee you, it is Alpha. Not a mentality player.
Well, Yite is motionless, as is actually, I think he's the only one, so let's blame him.
We were just singing his praises a moment ago, and now he's delaying the game.
No, Alpha also not moving.
Ooh. No, he's moving.
Well, mentality players.
And Yite's back too
as well. Everyone's guilty, really.
Exactly. We're all guilty.
Yep. And really, Ski's also dealing 700 damage that round and picking up 2 frags for himself. You like to see that out of your medic. And the second half getting started here. The final member to ready up being Patty.
I was wrong. It was mentality.
A good action-packed second half to look forward to, Ro.
I know. 2-2 going to the timer. We'll see if Ascent or mentality can get a leg up on the other. And it looks like Speedy very fast through this valley, doing a very good rollout. I am familiar with that jump. I'd love to talk about it, but right now we got to get through the rest of this mid as Ascent scouts are doing a good job of dispatching with these soldier threats and a good damage out of the choke. Excuse me, out of the cafe from Jay. Gonna open up the door. Patty rushes back in to try and get a retaliation frag, but he's pretty much the last player alive, and Jay needs to hit a rocket to save his team. Oh, thankfully, though, he just managed to pull it off so that Yite can clean it up with a pipe. That'll be a medic surviving on both teams. I kid you not, it has been the longest time since I've seen one of those mids where everyone dies and then somehow both medics are alive. I have not seen that in maybe 2 or 3 years.
Well, if there was ever a game for it to happen, and this might be it, as Patty, real slippery there, dodging the projectiles. I don't know if he knew where Skis was. If he did, I bet he would have booked it choke, because Skis only about 20 HP there. Was mighty close to Patty before he died. And yeah, good call on the rollout from Speedy. He did that jump that let him land right on the alcove on the rollout. That's really, really good positioning for the roamer.
Ooh. I was gonna tell Console, the cameraman, to follow my lead, but instead we're gonna be going straight into the action because that pick is gonna open up the door for Laz, who jumped into the patio, got the force, but did not survive. That's usually what happens, though. Mirrorman tries to counter into Skis, who's very low on health. Gonna be doing just fine, though. Now they're gonna be ready for a push. They don't have no, they still have Slummish the sniper, so they're going to be working through Cafe because then they can create some ground and then have their sniper in the back. But Speedy is in a very opportune position to maybe go for a bomb if he can time it just right. He does go for it. Lands face to face with Jay. Little kiss in the air on top of the fence. That's a sweet little moment. Did not work out for his bomb, though, and that's going to be very good for Ascent in the end because not only did they not force, they also did not get bombed.
And Alpha on Pyro there for some reason at the shutter, and here comes Ascent right into last. There's a sentry into Heavy in the way in the corner. They're just playing the point. Let's see if they can get it.
Cap time is really good from bot mode. Gonna get juggled off by Mirrorman, who looks like, no, he's got items. He just has no hats. And somehow Ski's just trying to jump back in there. Is Yak got something up his sleeve? No, he's trying to bomb in, catch out a player. He does.
He does.
Take down Patty like Romeo and Juliet, and thus with a kiss I die.
Oh jeez, not another pair.
They both go down.
Yeah, Speedy was behind Skis there, so he had no chance. That's why he booked it back in.
Bot mode on Spy. Thank you, Console, our field reporter for this cast. But oh, he's not going to decloak, and he's on the Invis watch, so he's got to decloak at some point.
Mentality looks like they might be aware that there's a spy. They're turning around very frequently.
Something to be wary about, but they're still going to be working their way through. This Uber goes straight up onto this patio. Every single player has cleared the way and is starting to cap it. Bot mode now just quickly decloaked. Eventually, maybe? No, he's just going to keep...
He was on midpoint as Mentality.
Oh, they have to know, dude. Alpha's turning around, dude.
Know. But he's still there like a
What is happening?
He's going in on Bear.
This could be a good time to do it. They know he's there. He's got to do it during the confusion. Here's the decloak. He's waiting for a bomb. The follow-up. He's going to wrap around, get into the face of Speedy, take him down, what's the word? By proxy.
Two people looking
Kill
at
by
him.
proxy. May defending this second point while Alpha tried to go for a back cap here. This is going to open up the door for Patty to clear off Jay. There's just one soldier left alive. Laz has to deal with 2 players, 3 players, and it's not going to work out. Mentality quickly grab the first round thanks to that great play from May to defend second, and Alpha doing a good job of pulling players behind. That's exactly how you want to spread the players so that you can pull it together.
And that's what you want to do on Spy if you can't get a kill. At least get a soldier that's low health to shoot himself in the feet and pick up the trade there.
Very good stuff. Life for a life is what you want. Ascent now making the way down around. Jay gonna get damaged off this roof as Laz pulls off a very fast bomb to pick off Mirrorman before getting taken down by Alpha. Speedy also goes down, so now Mentality have no soldiers to contend with, and Ascent need to take advantage of this fact. Bot mode and Slimnish rush to the point, take down Alpha. They're following it quickly with some pistol spam onto May. Can the scout make it out? Patty's so low on health, he's trying to get an arrow, doesn't work out, but he dumps onto bot mode, takes him down, and Bear makes his great escape. Gonna be meeting up with Mirrorman and setting up for this last. Ascent don't even have mid, so this could be an interesting exchange depending on how they position themselves.
This is not a new Brad at all, and actually we'll see if Mentality tries to peek at second. There's a sticky trap over the shutter and the balcony area, so probably not. Yeah, they're not going to. But still, a really great mid there from Laz. His bombs onto both of the soldiers from Mentality, they just didn't see it coming and they kind of just devoured the rockets and died.
Things are even up. Sentry, Mirrorman Spy. Is this in my textbook for... Oh no, Mirrorman! LG! Oh, bot mode. Whiffing his SMG, but the decloak... Oh! Good timing by Slimnish. He actually could have gotten a stab there if Slimnish was not ready to get that frag. He was pouncing for that demo man, but didn't work out for him. And now Ascent have that one-man advantage. Can they take it?
May really locking down that left side. cornucopia of stickies all over the doorway. Slumnish majestically taking a rocket from bot mode that would have killed him. He jumped and ate the rocket to save his teammate. Really a noble job there to keep their sniper alive.
And then Mirror Man goes for it again, but this time he's got an option. Gonna take down bot mode here potentially. Thankfully though, Speedy deals with it. 1 for 1. Headshot and there. I wonder if someone heard that decloak. Here he comes. Mirror Man. There's 6 players. How can he fall for it? No! The Devil Man goes down and he surfs it away! Oh my goodness,
Oh my
dude.
God.
Did he edge bug that or was that a B hop? He looked like he surfed that perfectly.
Yeah, I think that was just surfing, right? Like it looked like he just surfed it or kind of around to the side. That was funny.
Not enough to get away from the scout though, and now this exchange is happening over at this choke point. Laz gonna get taken down here before taking down May. May going down is huge. No demo man to defend your last. You can just walk through any doorway you want, bully your way through, and not have to worry about any sticky spam
Here's
whatsoever.
The spy on Bear. He gets the drop on the Bear. The sun's gonna come right back in.
And here's the Uber taking down the sentry, gonna be rushing the players in. A little bit of cap time too. May respawning though. It's gonna be good timing for it. Slimmer's trying to tap the point as best he can. Last gonna be wrapping over from the left side here, trying to get some damage on Amir, who surfs the rocket to land on top of the catwalk. Gonna get some good damage onto Skis. Can he clean it up? No. A lot of players working their way around. Alpha gonna get the frag onto Alpha. Alpha on the frag onto Alpha. Alpha gets Laz. Excuse me. Jay does not survive as he jumps to the point. Low health, not gonna last. There's some players wrapping around this staircase area, and May gonna be wrapping his way through this balk. Getting some good damage onto poor Yite, who pencil jumps into the air trying to surf that sticky. And Mentality have done a good dance, played a good defense, but now things have reset and we're back to square one.
I mean, oh yikes! That's a push you hope you're gonna succeed on if you're Ascent there, but unfortunately not able to get the job done. I mean,
Very questionable.
look, they got to the position where they wanted to be, so that's something to be happy about. Let's see what they try to do here now. Once again, even Ubers.
Okay. Oh, that great juggle actually stopped. Man, this is Yite. He could have done a good jump to try and get in there, do something to get on the Bear, maybe try and catch him just before he gets Uber. But the great spam from the Soldier Speedy is going to be denying all of that. Now there's a wrap play coming out. Bot mode rushing to the point here while the rest of the players are trying to flood in. The heels are trying to play all this left side while Laz initiates a little bit of damage onto Speedy. Going to take that down. Good damage onto May as well. Could get this frag if they're careful. Oh, a lot of damage coming out. And they're just going to get the cap. What a wrap play. Ascent doing amazing things there by beefing a literally guaranteed push and then somehow turning a post-Uber exchange into a dry push.
Yeah, I mean, and to be completely honest with you, I don't think they knew that that was an even Uber when they came in. I thought they looked like they thought they had ad and then were just retreating. But either way, they got around here. Here we go with the next mid.
Laz waiting patiently inside the valley, gonna get some good damage onto Mirror Man, but not gonna survive the first onslaught. Gets the air shot as he surfs the rocket away. Gonna quickly heal back up and get into the fray. Jay jumping now onto the bell tower, not gonna survive though. Patty's got his number and he's rolling around onto bot mode. Good damage though is gonna take him down from Speedy, who's gonna be making this great wrap play, but Laz dispatches with him too. Laz has had the mid of his life. He read everything like a book. Oh man, that's why he's a top roamer.
Yeah, second really good mid in a row from Laz there. And you see the difference in Sunshine often comes down to the soldiers and their ability to just stay alive, jumping through the air with the scouts staring them down. As Mirror Man not able to do that on the last two mids, but Laz doing a great job with that. Jay also got swallowed up by scouts.
This is just so even. I love this. But now Ascent has the full Uber to work with, so we'll see if they can turn this into their victory. They're going to be setting things off. Alpha on the left side with a Pyro. They take down the sentry gun. This might be the time to wrap from lower or something, because with that Pyro stuffing this entire left side, what a mistake. I really think they should have just changed their route. Right side was not the option if they knew there was a Pyro there.
Oh, but they get 2 kills now onto Alpha and Mirror Man because Mentality's so far back, there's no one helping.
But Patty on full health now, getting healed up by this medic. We'll see if they can quickly do anything here. May all alone, gonna get taken down by bot mode before getting cleaned up here with a little bit of help from the medic Bear getting a nice little arrow there. Jay and Slemnish are set up in this lobby, but gonna have to back out for now. Man, Ascent does some really weird things, it seems.
Yeah, Mentality seemed to gather themselves and all land on the Ascent players there just at the right time they needed to, and more importantly, they picked off Skis. I didn't actually catch how he died, but they killed him.
It was the post Uber just sending a bunch of spam into the left side, and he got just dumpstered.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he died trying to get in. Now Bear Ubering and getting forced. Actually, no picks onto any of the Ascent players there, but they will get the second point.
Sizable ad too, and Jay setting the pace here on this patio, trying to get something else. They do manage to pick up Alpha, 1-for-1 trade there. Speedy also goes down there. Patty not going to be able to get any too far forward. Mirrorman though, and bot mode behind, going to be decloaking, questionable, as Patty now tries to initiate in the lobby, going to have to back off instead. Not the time or the place. Ascent have full ad, but no scout in the hands of bot mode as he's just on spy, and they lose Skis to the drop from May. Was that a sticky? Obviously it was a sticky. Was it a trap or just spam?
That was a sticky, I think, combined with a direct, right? It wasn't just May that was shooting him, at least. Either way, he got absolutely exploded. Maybe there was a trap above that right side battlements area.
Unfortunate. So now, what would have been a good opportunity to get the cap has now turned into a full Uber ad that Mentality is definitely going to be riding for at least 2 points. We'll see what they can do at this mid, try and get the force off. The spam is coming in hard. Baird cannot survive. The medic Skis will try and get out. Does work out for them, and it looks like Ascent doesn't even lose any players. So we're going to see another leapfrog situation on these Ubers.
Yeah, back and
Sorry, my
forth
nose
we
is
go.
very stuffy, and there are going to be times where I'm going to be out of it, trying to get a sneeze out.
Oh, dude, you're fine. Back and forth we go here again. This 3-3 game. Once again, sort of resetting a stalemate situation as I don't think this is enough of an ad. Actually 40 ad, that's enough. They're coming in through the choke. Jay leading the way. Slemnish really low. Speedy gets the pick onto him. This isn't going to be a good Uber for Ascent. And it looks like Skis knows it. They're just backing up and trying to deal with the field behind them now. Oh man, lots of low players from Ascent, but they do clean up the soldiers of Mentality there. Now
Yeah, Mentality now only has their demo man and scout to defend on this point. Jay trying to wrap from Valley, trying to draw some heads, while the rest of the players rush forward. Bot mode gets in the face of Patty. The force does come off though, because Patty throws his shots very carefully and wraps around very nicely, wasting all that Uber. Now Mentality has the Uber to defend with, and in fact they might even be able to push with it very shortly.
Man, and I don't think Patty saw Bear. He was actually right in the cafe next to him. Full Uber ad too, and Bear not with the Uber. He was only at 89%. And that could have been very, very fatal, but Mentality slips away there unnoticed. And, I mean, now they do have an Uber ad, but they really taken their time using it here. Kind of meandering through choke now. Looks like that's where they're deciding to go.
Uber gets forced off. They're going to be sending Demo Man in. Maze rushing to the choke, but does not find anyone to pick off. Bot mode also peppering from the Valley. Got to draw some heads over there as well. Ascent are now in a position to push with this huge Uber ad, but they're kind of split. We'll see how it works out as they immediately try and get Yite Ubered. The force comes out. They're sending players in from Cafe, collapsing on this choke. That was a much better push because of all the players rushing in from the Cafe to meet up. It's Mirrorman going for the point. Does manage to get a little bit of damage on the bot mode, but will not survive that one. That's going to be the end of Mentality. They have a respawn in Alpha all the way at last.
Boy, really good to see that cohesion from Ascent. I mean, you just saw 3 players know where they wanted to land with that Uber, and they just delivered the damage there and cleaned up all of Mentality. And that's something we've been maybe lacking in their gameplay through the first part of this match. See if that's going to be good enough to take a 4-3 lead here off of the very stout Mentality team. They do have Patty now on Sniper, Alpha on Engineer. Where Patty's going to try and get any sightline. This isn't the best last to snipe out of.
Yeah, a lot of angles to deal with. You got to know which entrance you want to choose.
Headshot on the Yite. He's real low.
Did manage to pick the right entrance, and with Yite so low, desperately trying to get the rest of the sentry gun down, it finally falls. But so many respawns are still available for Mentality. They have all their players alive. Speedy jumping to the point, trying to get some good damage onto Skis, picks off bot mode, and this heavy is also going to be doing a good job of holding down the fort on the left side. It's just going to be Yite playing defense in this lobby, going to get pushed by May, who's going to have to back off now. Gets it to the shutter. May, very low on health. Ooh, does not die, thankfully, though. Gets aired up just in time, but still very low. Mentality going to get this cap off if they can.
Yeah, no hesitation from Ascent. They're coming into that right side balcony area. But Laz and Slumnish both going down. That's going to deter them. They're going to have to flee here. Ski's only 70%. It's risky to hang around.
Yeah, Ascent are backing out through the cafe. Yite, a little bit disconnected. Not going to survive that one. 30 HP. Not enough to jump with. We'll go down. They're going to start the cap. Try and rush their way in, but Slumnish will be a respawn during this, and the Uber is going to be ready just in time. They're going to pop it off at the choke. Jay is wrapping as quick as he can, tries to jump to the medic, gets the first rocket off. Bear surfs it with absolute perfection, but Jay wraps from the lower, can't connect the last rocket. Laz will finish it off finally. Throw a little bit of extra damage here as Botmo tries to wrap around these players all around. Patty jumps, doesn't make it happen. Mirror Man gets the reloaded rocket, gets the frag, gets a good rocket onto Slumnish. Can he get one more? It's not enough because the Yite respawn will take him down, and Ascent have captured this mid. Will there be one more set of respawns for Mentality? They will get it.
Oh, and my heart goes out to Bear there. Is what he must have been in, like, what, 98% or something? Like, he had to have been right there for Uber, and he just didn't get it or something. I don't know. Very unfortunate to die there. Laz, a big bomb in through the flank. No one sees him. Speedy Low is actually going to go down to just one rocket. And now Bear in the shutter area.
Thankfully, it does work out,
HP, but yeah, that's enough to just muscle him out of there. Jeez.
And May also got taken down there with the forward aggression. The Uber's ready for Ascent. They're rushing to the point, but they lose Jay. Ski's milking to the best of his ability. Patty way behind, finally goes down. Jay trying to get some cap, or excuse me, Bombo trying to get some cap, while the rest of Mentality have respawn. The cap is so close, but they don't have their demo man to dispatch with all these people. Yite, where were you?
The big bomb from Laz onto the point. Not gonna muster up anything with that. Great healing from Bear there, keeping his players healthy. Oh man, Botmo's looking for a back cap here. He's coming lower, but is spotted out by Alpha.
Can he get the better? No, Alpha gonna get revenge on that kill in dungeon. Jay now backing up. Speedy trying to wrap from this valley. Gonna make it out alive, get arrowed up, meeting up with the rest of the squad. Looks like we're finally getting some stability here. Ascent are down a player. They're gonna get this cap. They know they have ad. They know that Mentality has ad, but they gotta wonder if they can get this Uber in time. And with Jay playing atop that cafe, it's gonna be an early force from Bear, rushing to this choke. Ski's gonna have it. Are they gonna get it in time? No, Jay will drop. They're gonna try and move with Yite, who's trying to take his options. He does go for the first sticky jump, get a little bit of damage onto Bear, who will not survive the last sticky, but now the re-collapse on this point. Mentality has so many numbers and so much high ground that they're going to get the frag on the bot mode, and this valley is getting collapsed on. Good bomb from Speedy, going to get some good damage onto Slumnish, but he's going to fall down. It's a wipe. Ascent survives. They persevere, and they have second at their hands, at their fingertips.
Yeah, that was really back and forth action there on that mid fight, and really some great play in Valley we saw. But Mentality had 3 players in Ascent's cafe area, and we didn't contribute much to that fight. Either way, here they're poking the balcony. They look like they want to come out and start capping. Patty on the point. Ascent, they're gonna get into another fight in the yard. It looks like.
Yeah, Bobo playing this little ramp by the point very well, and Slumnish gonna get a shot onto Mirror Man. Can also be throwing off another peak shot. They're really desperate, and that's a good bomb opportunity for Jay, but he does not get anything more than a couple rockets. It doesn't look like Bobo can really contest this, and Yite disconnected once again.
Can
they make it happen?
Deep sight line from the valley area. Oh my god, he's got everyone there. Mentality knows they need to back up.
Oh, this shot. Oh, it doesn't connect it, and Patty will take him down. No more Slumnish sniper to worry about. Ascent might finish this cap off too, but they're going to be pushing. Mentality does not want this cap to go off. Pod mode! Straight through the sky! Manages to surf the rocket before he craters and gets some good damage on the Bear. That will be followed up by Laz, who gets the frag, not the frag, but the force. And now Ascent with full Uber going to be wrapping, trying to get this back cap. Back cap play is definitely available to them. They get the force off. Yite going to survive, sending some players to the point here. Jay going to be waiting to play against some of these players. Slimnish only on the respawn now. Good damage onto Bear is going to take him down. No medic heals. Beerman going down. This is desperate for Mentality. They're going to just throw all their players into this cafe. Pick up Yite. No Doman is good for them. And with May still playing around, we'll see if they can get this. Laz, though, going to be surfing in and getting some good damage. But Speedy drops onto Laz, and Skis going to drop the medic there. It is bot mode and Slimish, or bot mode and, yeah, Slimish alive.
Are they going to get any, is Mentality going to get any soldiers here? They do get Mirror Man. He needs to get it, though. Ooh.
Oh, can he win this?
Oh, 2 scouts. Oh, hang on, Bear. Juke him. Juke him, Bear. Oh my god. That was honestly, it was kind of a beef from Ascent, I think. I think they should have had that.
I mean, against all odds, that was some good damage. I think it was Mentality's beef, whoever that soldier was, Mirror Man, if I'm not mistaken. But thankfully, Speedy and the rest of them held off just in time for the respawns of Speedy to stop the point. But yeah,
well,
after it was the beef from
Bear,
Mentality, it was the beef from Ascent.
Yeah, if they killed Bear, like, oh my god, like 1 shot faster, they missed him with at least 3 or 4 shots there.
Yeah, that was a whiff for sure.
Oof. And I mean, really the action back and forth here is the fight in the yard was also chaotic. Huge plays from Speedy to get the medic there as well.
Uber comes out from the left side, not really contesting any players. Jay jumps in and picks off Bear. No heals left. It's Speedy trying to wrap around. Not going to survive that. Mirror Man also has to contend the point. Yite has too much health though, and it's going to be a survival round. Finally, Ascent pulls it together, gets their round, and it's looking like less than 10 minutes for this round, this half.
And I mean, with all that chaos, it's really only fitting that the way that round is, the round ends is one team just walking in and killing the other. I mean, Ascent got in the left doorway there for absolute free and had all that space. Here we go on the next mid. The passive mids have been working out better for the soldiers so far. Let's see who's gonna jump first. It's Speedy. Is he gonna get collected or is he gonna live? He lives.
All these soldiers just bobbing up and down, left and right. Speedy though wraps onto bot mode, picks him off, makes his way back into the cafe, while a lot of other exchanges are happening. Skis is disconnected from everyone, is calling for Jay to back off. Mentality have gotten the better exchange, and will be getting this cap. Alpha also in a position to rush. He does spot it out, gonna get some pistols off. Skis down to half health. Actually, very good pistols overall. Alpha's gonna be rushing and catching it off from the dungeon. Can he get it? Oh man, if he just, maybe if he kept going for it, he could have caught Skis off, but no, does not work out. They're gonna have to fight into this May sticky trap. Onslaught, it's going to be tough, but Laz makes his route. He finds it, gets some good damage onto May, clears it out, so no sticky traps to worry about, and he's pulling some players back too. They're going to be defending this point. Ascent are not going to lose this round if they can help it. Bear going to get forced off here. A lot of frags going left and right. The Ubers are finally both exchanged, and bot mode goes down. It looks like the numbers are in favor of Mentality, and they do have the positioning as well. Mirror Man going to try and work in with Patty playing the other side. Slimnish gets juggled into the air and cleaned off.
Good bait.
Can Yite survive it too? He does manage to hold off for just a moment, but Mentality will collect a second victory. Second point victory. Oh, but there's still people contesting it. Mirrorman throws some good damage onto the choke at the shutter, and Bear goes down to Laz. Excuse me?
Just not enough players for Mentality. They don't have the forward spawn, so they're coming all the way back from that shutter on second point, and the Ascent respawners were there, so you really just saw a fight where the numbers favored Ascent the entire way through. Once Mentality wasn't able to cap there. Ascent looking to ride this momentum into mid, and there's no one there for Mentality to contest. At least yet. They might try to regather themselves and fight. There's been a lot of that going on. It looks like this time they're just gonna be content to wait this one out.
Making their way through Valley very quickly. Sticky traps abound. Force does come off. Mirrorman jumps over the top. Makes his way to the Valley, but does not find anyone to meet up with. Speedy also pulling some players back into the cafe. This could be a good opportunity for Mirrorman to stop the point as he does make his way over from the Valley. Bot mode's not ready for it. He was looking for it at just a moment, but will get juggled off the point and cleaned off. Mirrorman still had a very good amount of health, and Yite is all alone on the patio, gonna get juggled off. Does not survive. Speedy was alive for all that time? Excuse me?
Came back through cafe. Unfortunately, Jay was aware and able to kill him, and no further damage there. Good job by Mentality not backing down. I thought maybe they would give up that point, but they're stubborn, and even with Bear, who was only at about 55 Uber at the time, great job clamping down and defending there. Well, so Ascent up 4-3 right now. You need one more round, but it's Mentality pushing into mid, and they get in absolutely for free, and this is the back cap from Ascent. 2 players coming, this is going to be close.
Yeah, Alpha saw it, so he was ready to go to the choke, but it's still a lot of pressure and a lot of cap time. They're still pulling so many players back, and now they can contest this midpoint, which is the ulterior motive. The other benefit, they have the Uber. Ascent is ready to make this happen. Mentality don't have their Uber anymore after using it to get to the point. Mirrorman apparently calls out the nice shot from Laz.
Yeah, Laz he had a beautiful shot in that fight on second, and really, I thought no one on Mentality was going to die, but like Laz just completely flexed all over Mirrorman there.
Looks like Ascent probably not going to get dissuaded by that fake call from Bear. Looks like Mentality are going to have to find a miracle to not lose this game at this moment because Ascent have the Uber. They're rushing into the patio. Mirrorman's going to get the drop onto Skis. Not the drop, but the force. 80% on Bear is not going to be enough to contend with this point, and especially after getting disconnected from his pocket for just a moment from that rocket splash. They are going to just now get the Uber. They're going to have to rush and be wary of a back cap. This is going to be a bad time, but nice trap kill from Mate as he jumps. So it was a pseudo blind debt to kill bot mode on the bats. Looks like Mentality are going to get the cap. Mirrorman's waiting on last, so there's nothing to worry about. Small ad to work with here, only 20%, so Ascent might think they have more than they really do. Mentality going to try and ride the coattails of this one-man advantage, but Jay has something to say about it, and Laz also following up. Good damage at the choke, going to push May out of the fray, and Yite was disconnected, overextended, not going to survive it, and Mentality finally have a glimmer of hope. But Laz is quick to diminish it as he gets one good rocket on a Bear. Can he follow it up with another? It's Slemnish to clean it off and get away with it. Not going to go down at all.
Another just excellent play from Laz there. No one saw him. He came through. I think it was the cafe or the one of the bell tower blocking any view of him as he just landed right on Bear and got 3 rockets off. I'm pretty sure. That's huge.
Yeah, Uber's ready. Mirrorman sitting up top. He's going to play it very gently. Oh, takes the fall damage. No one saw him, so he could go for something here. I wonder if they're fully aware of it. They've got a lot of players in Valley, and Patty pulling some attention back as well. Mirrorman does opt to go for the back cap, but at a poor positioning opportunity because now Ascent is going to be able to defend it because they've already wrapped to the Valley and dispatched with Mirrorman. A couple GGs getting called out, but I mean, there's still enough time left. If Console can give me a quick rundown. Was that a minute 30? We have a minute 30, 90 seconds to see what can happen here. May, very low on health as Mentality is trying to wrap through this choke. They finally do manage to get a little bit of an opening here. Ascent do not have the Uber to defend with, or the numbers for that matter, and May throwing a lot of spam out. This is going to be do or die time for Mentality. They need to tie it up right now or it's all over. They're pushing a lot of aggression here.
Trying to get
oh, but Jay.
This could be a round for Mentality. They have 3 picks right now. They need to take it all the way, and someone needs to cap second. Mirrorman going to do the cap. No one's going to contest him. They will have one chance to push last here. Maybe about 20-30 seconds when they go in. They're going to wait for the players to go. They're going to have to contend with the sentry from Ascent. It's level 2.
The even Uber exchange has to happen right now so the respawn's gained. It's crits! I wasn't even aware there was crits! Last-ditch efforts call for big plays, but with Bear not being able to do anything with that crits, it's going to be a last-ditch effort with a dry push. Mentality are pulling all the stops now if they can. Last goes down, but with Patty and Speedy going down, it's going to be really tough for Mentality. It's just not possible at this point. The Uber was flashed. People are calling GG. Mentality themselves not going to make it happen. And Bear going to get one last frag onto Jay before the final call.
And he gets cleaned up for his trouble. Really a game that came down to the wire here. Ends up ending just as close as it started. A 4-3 win for Ascent, though. How about that? Turning the tables in the second matchup.
I called it. Not with the number, but with the team. I knew Ascent was going to pull it out. I just feel like, man, Laz is just so... I admire Laz. But Speedy and, I mean, May, when you look at the damage numbers from Mentality, they really stepped it up this game. And wow, I mean, just insane amount of frags from the scouts. 2 players almost breaking the 60 mark with Slemnish over 60 kills and 36 deaths. very incredible stat lines all
I was gonna
around.
say we discussed at the start which of the fat scouts would go huger. It looks like Slumnish actually slightly prevailed in this one. 62 frags versus 59 from Patty, as well as 2,000 more heals. So he is clearly demanding that attention a little bit more and going a little bit huger, at least in this matchup. But yeah, I mean, wow. 213 frags to 198. This game was a absolute bloodbath for an hour. You like to see that both the medics got their damage in as well and got a couple of frags for themselves. And with this win for Ascent, are they gonna leapfrog into the second spot with that? Yes, they are.
6-2, 6-2. The difference here will be the rounds 4, which in this case would mean, well, actually, because they are 7-2, not 6-2. My mistake. It's 7-2, 6-2. But as far as the rounds 4 goes, Ascent also having a little bit more rounds in their pocket overall.
Yeah, and
compared to Mentality.
It wouldn't surprise me if these two teams stay as the second and third seed, whether they swap back or whatever by the end of the season, as they do seem to be slightly above everyone else sort of in the pack there in Invite.
Yeah, judging by this current setup in the Invite conference, as it's called, we're definitely seeing Freyotech still undefeated in the first half of the season. We should expect no more than 1 or 2 matches lost by Freyotech, if any, for the second half. But Ascent, Mentality, Bring Back Turbine, and Meat Market look like they're pretty much the only ones in contention. Hell's Kitchen could still pull it off. They just need to only lose to Freyotech for the rest of the second half of this season. And they could definitely pull back into first, or second in this case.
Yeah, definitely lots of time for the order to be shuffled here as the later weeks of the season wrap up. But I mean, we're marching on through, and it's going to be exciting to see if these two teams end up fighting each other again in the playoffs.
Especially if the games are going to be like that. I mean, that game had a total of, bear with me, 59. All right, that's not as sexy a number, but I tried. 59 Ubers between both medics. And 2 of them were dropped.
It just seemed like both teams were pushing the entire game, which made for some great fights to watch.
Exactly. When you look at the damage numbers, Ascent barely scraped out another 2,000 damage and 15 frags, which would probably explain why it was a 4-3 instead of a 4-4.
Yep, really couldn't ask for a better game to watch on this lovely Valentine's Day. Once again, shout out to everyone who tuned in and is still hanging around in the chat. Let's get some of your favorite Twitch heart emotes for some Valentine's Day love in there.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you guys giving us your post Valentine's evening. And for those of you on YouTube, I hope that you'll be my Valentine next year. Otherwise, enjoy this. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you want to see some more action, you can always go to teamfortress.tv. Find out all of our good stuff. It's linked there in the chat, but if you're on YouTube, it's in the links. We've also got some very important newbie mix stuff going on. Could really use coaches, as well as if you're just interested in playing the game. If you want to learn more, you can join newbie mix, and you will literally get a quick 1 to 2 game kind of session thing going on, where you can play a game and kind of get all the information you need to play better. It's a really cool thing. It's been around since I was a young lad, although I've never played a newbie mix, and it's still going strong. So if you're interested, please, coaches and or players, all are welcome for newbie mixes.
Yeah, a lot of respect for the people who run that. That's been going on as long as I can remember, and really fantastic job to keep that running and keep up the support for it.
It's pretty much the only reason we can have ESEA is if we have all these new players learning the game, so they can also, dip their toe into ESEA. Open is free, by the way. You just got to pay for premium. So definitely something you can do for fun if you're interested. With that, I think we are done. Ha! Console just hugged my instead of my open team. Get wrecked.
Thank you again, Console, for your lovely production, of course.
He tried to hug his open team, but it didn't work out in the chat. But Uberchain gave him a hug, so that's good. Thank you all for watching. And once again, teamfortress.tv, where anything Team Fortress, anything Team Fortress can happen. So peace out. Love to you guys, and have a good night.